fans, to your speeding bulletin for the week November 23rd to November 29th, 2012. A week which saw comments from Zack Snyder on Superman's costume, leaked Man of Steel action figure prototypes, and the death of Larry Hagman. So let's get into it. In movie news, the New York Post published an article which included quotes from both Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill about Man of Steel, with Snyder talking about the design for Superman's costume. Snyder said, "I tried like crazy to keep the red briefs on him. Everyone else said you can't have the briefs on him. I looked at probably 1,500 versions of the costume with the briefs on. The final version is very modern, but the relationship to the original costume is strong." Battlestar Galactica star Tamo Pennicott confirmed via Twitter that he is indeed in Man of Steel, with IMDb.com listing his character's name as Henry Atkinson. He said, "I honestly can't confirm or deny anything about the project or my role in it, other than I'm in it." The name Atkinson is similar to a character called Henry Atkinson, who was the alter ego of Metallo in the animated movie Justice League Doom. However, what role Pennicott's character will play in the movie is unknown at this point in time, so let's ask the Omega Hedron over here. Will Metallo be in Man of Steel? As I see it, yes. Well, there you have it. We'll wait and see if it comes out true. In other news, a few unpainted prototype action figures for Man of Steel were listed on eBay this week. One of the unpainted 3.75-inch action figures shows Superman wearing what appears to be some kind of Kryptonian armor on his arm. Whether this is something that will appear in the movie is unknown at this point in time. It may just be something dreamed up for the toy line, as was the case with the Dark Knight Rises action figures. A hot rumour started circulating via hitfix.com that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who played John Blake in The Dark Knight Rises, would take on the Batman mantle and appear in a cameo role in Man of Steel as a setup for a future Justice League movie. Hollywood.com found out from Levitt's representatives that there was no truth to the rumour whatsoever. Kind of glad, personally. Batman in Justice League should be Bruce Wayne, in my opinion. In some sad news, Larry Hagman, best known for his roles as Major Nelson in I Dream of Jeannie and JR in Dallas, died on November 23rd, aged 81. Superman fans will remember Hagman for his cameo appearance in Superman the Movie, in which he played the role of an army major who gave Miss Tessmark a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Hagman died at Medical City Dallas Hospital from complications of his recent battle with cancer. Our condolences to his family and friends. Warner Home Video announced that the 2006 animated film Superman Brainiac Attacks will be released on Blu-ray for the first time on March 12, 2013. No further details are available at this point in time, but I'm personally a little surprised that they'd released this on Blu-ray. It was rather a poor animated film for Superman. In TV news, Noelle Neal, best known to Superman fans as the original Lois Lane and First Lady of Metropolis, Illinois, celebrated her 92nd birthday this week. Noelle spent her birthday quietly with a small gathering of friends. Everyone at the Superman homepage wishes Noelle many happy returns and continued good health. Now, while on the subject of birthday wishes, I'd like to wish Scotty V, who obviously does our Great Scott segment at the end of this speeding bulletin, a very happy birthday. His birthday is celebrated on the 30th of November. Happy birthday, Scott. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Supergirl number 14, which was reviewed by James Lance, who gave it a 5 out of 5, saying, "Some incredible storytelling and wonderful character moments for Kara." Ralph Silver reviewed Justice League number 14, saying, "I loved this issue," and he also gave it a 5 out of 5. Young Justice number 22 was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who also bestowed a 5 out of 5 rating for this issue, saying, "It reads like a brilliant series of episodes." And it's a 5 out of 5 rating all round, with Mark Pritchard loving Smallville Season 11 Chapter 23, while Tom L. looked back to January 1999 to review the classic Superman Peace on Earth, which he also rated a 5 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from November 28th include Batman Beyond Unlimited number 10, Superman number 14 is available in a variant cover, Superman Family Adventures number 7, Teen Titans number 14 is also available in a variant cover, Smallville Season 11 Chapter 24 digital comic is available November 30th. Superman Beyond number 11 digital comic is available December 1st. And the We Can Be Heroes Justice League 7-pack box set of action figures is also available this week. There's less than a month left to purchase your Superman-related Christmas items this year, and some items are in very limited stock, so don't miss out. Grab a Hallmark Superman Christmas ornament for $19. And wrap up your gifts this year in DC Comics wrapping paper, available for just $11.75. These and other great Superman Christmas presents are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In a bit of controversial news this week, Philippine Superman fanatic Herbert Chavez, also known as Pinoy Superman, has been recognised by the Guinness World Records as having the largest collection of Superman memorabilia in its 2013 edition. I know a few American collectors who might like to dispute this announcement. I'm sure there were a few phone calls made this week. Aristocrat recently announced the release of yet another Superman slot machine, Superman the Comic Series. Superman soars in the high-performing Verve HD cabinet with innovative math and jackpot fit for a superhero. Players can choose from a range of bet options, and the jackpot scales to the player's bet with a chance to win up to $2.5 million top jackpot. NetherRealm Studios revealed that Deathstroke, aka Slade Wilson, will be included in the upcoming video game Injustice Gods Among Us. You can pre-order Injustice Gods Among Us for its April 2013 release for either the PS3, Xbox 360 or Nintendo Wii U from our online store. Episode 95 of Radio KAL, the monthly podcast of the Superman homepage, is now available to listen to. Scotty and I discussed the Man of Steel trailer announcement, Tamo Pennicott, Larry Hagman, Young Justice, Superman Earth 1 Volume 2, all this month's Superman comic books, Noel Neal's birthday, and much more. Download it now from supermanhomepage.com/radio. This week's member poll question is, will you go see The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey to see the Man of Steel trailer? You can place your vote now at the website. That's all the news there was for the week November 23rd to November 29th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Great Scott. A little conversation has recently come up on Facebook, as they often do, regarding Superman and regarding a little speech that Bill, the evil villain that the bride, Uma Thurman, is going after in the Kill Bill series of movies from Quentin Tarantino. Now, I've never been a giant Quentin Tarantino fan, but I will say that I have seen most of, if not all of, his movies, and the Kill Bill movies are really good. They're really gory but action-oriented, exciting vengeance tales about a superhero-like woman who rides a motorcycle later on and wears a yellow jumpsuit and looks like she's almost wearing a costume and kind of has an alter ego herself. In the end, I think at one point when Bill thinks he has her right where he wants her, he gives her this little speech. He's almost like diatribing to her. He's almost giving her a bit of a I don't know, a lecture on maybe some of her shortcomings or some of the strengths that some other superheroes have that maybe she doesn't. And his speech goes a little something like this. There's the superhero, and then there's the alter ego. Batman is actually Bruce Wayne. Spider-Man is actually Peter Parker. When that character wakes up in the morning, he's Peter Parker. He has to put on a costume to become Spider-Man. And it is in that characteristic Superman stands alone. Superman didn't become Superman. Superman was born Superman. When Superman wakes up in the morning, he's Superman. His alter ego is Clark Kent. His outfit with the big red S, that's the blanket he was wrapped in as a baby when the Kents found him. Those are his clothes. What Kent wears, the glasses, the business suit, that's the costume. That's the costume Superman wears to blend in with us. Clark Kent is how Superman views us. And what are the characteristics of Clark Kent? He's weak. He's unsure of himself. He's a coward. Clark Kent is Superman's critique on the whole human race. That's what Bill says to the bride at the end of the movie, and I have said for years, and when I heard it, I was elated because there was a conversation about Superman, and it was coming from an awesome character in an awesome film that I was awesomely enjoying. But I have said for years that it is incorrect. And I think anyone who is really a fan of Superman, anyone who knows what the guy is all about, knows that Superman wouldn't be critiquing the human race. There was a recent issue of the Earth 1 series. It's volume 2. It came out, I think, on Halloween, where there's a scene where Superman loses his powers due to the parasite, taking his energy from him. And he runs around and almost gets hit by a car, and he's in pain, and he's bleeding, and he realizes, and he says to his mother later, I admire you, not her as a person, but the human race. The fact that we are so frail, and that we can be hurt so easily, and yet we go out in the world every day, we do what we have to do. When we are knocked down, we get back up. When we are beaten, we survive, and we move on, and we get stronger, and we do what needs to be done. Superman is invulnerable, and he knows this, and that doesn't make him less a hero, but he knows that for humans to be heroes, for humans to even get through everyday life, they are assuming a great risk, and they get hurt many times. They're frail little bodies, and yet they persevere, and they move, and they continue on, and oftentimes try to accomplish great things, and oftentimes do. And to Superman, this is admirable, and one of the reasons why he spends most of his life trying to help us and protect us, and bring out the greater good in us, and do what he can do to make things better for us in this difficult world. So when Bill says that, I believe he is saying it from the, well, there's two things. I like to believe he's saying it from the viewpoint of a supervillain. That's his, just like Lex Luthor would see Superman and see him as an advanced, scout from an alien race who's coming here to size us up so that the rest of them can get here and kill us easily. Bill is looking at it from a point of view as he's critiquing us. He's mocking us. That's what he would do. Why wouldn't an ultra-powerful alien from another race come down here and start mocking us? He knows he's better than us. I think that that's his attitude. Or that Quentin Tarantino saw the Donner film and thought, oh, that's how Superman is, so I'm going to just take this little speech and write it. Many people oftentimes say he's a master of words. His dialogue in his films is what makes him this great filmmaker, and it is. And I like hearing that speech from Bill. It's just incorrect. Superman doesn't critique the human race, and even in the beginning, when he was first written, when he did kind of act like a coward to throw Lois off, the whole point was that he was trying to make sure she didn't realize he was Superman. It didn't really have anything to do with him trying to make fun of the human race. And in the beginning, he wasn't raised by the Kents. He was just this guy who came up with the Clark Kent name on his own and said it would sound unassuming, and that he could blend in with everybody else. But once he was taken in by the Kents, once the mythology changed a bit, if he grew up there and he had always been Clark Kent, then he always would be Clark Kent, and Superman would always have to be the creation, since that came later. Thanks, Bill, and thanks everybody for watching. And remember, always look up in the sky.